On November 10th, 2009, this board charged me as a superintendent of the Rochester Public Schools with cutting our general fund by $4.5 million. This afternoon, after completing a comprehensive budget reduction process, we're bringing $4.5 million of recommended reductions for the board to approve. Because we're a school district that values the principles of the Baldwin Continuous Improvement Model, a clearly defined process was established to address the cuts, including the development of a superintendent ad hoc budget reduction committee. Now, the research that serves as the underpinning for the Baldwin model recognizes the development and adherence to process as a cornerstone of high-performing school districts. As a result, we created a process and we followed that process. Mr. Chair, at this time, if you allow me, I would like to invite two of our committee members who will share the process that the committee followed with the school board. We were supposed to have a PowerPoint up, I believe, Ms. Edgar? Okay. And Richard Fieldgate, as well as Kula Shives, two of the committee members, will share the process that the committee followed. At this time, while they're getting ready, I would like to recognize the rest of the committee members, Heidi Huff, Scott Heck, Carla Nelson, Doug Osmond, Chuck Briscoe, Jeff Elstead, Kit Harkins, Jean Murphy, Christiane Piper, and Pam Siebel. Many committee members asked, what are the district's priorities? As we proceed today, I do want to pose the same question to the board. What are our priorities as a district? As an educational institution, we play a pivotal role, if not the most important role, when it comes to building or constructing our society. Our priorities must be to ensure that all students are fully prepared for the world of their future. Once upon a time in this country, it was easy to make a decent living by getting a job in the trades profession. In fact, many jobs were accessible with simply a high school diploma. In a world that is getting flatter each day and an economy that is getting more globalized, our priority can no longer be to prepare some students for college and others for the trade. In fact, as educators, it is our professional and ethical responsibility to ensure that all students have a college degree at a minimum. As a superintendent, I do feel a profound responsibility to ensure that we reach this goal for every student. As a result, there are certain critical elements, I believe, that are essential to achieve student success. I believe we must have a strong curriculum in place to ensure that all students meet their academic needs, and we must implement our curriculum with fidelity. Our staff must have the support necessary to do and develop skills required to educate our students in the 21st century. With fewer resources, we need to find ways to educate differently our students as well as our staff. During my conversation with board members over the past week, one of you questioned the need for the Efficacy Institute and the professional development that we're getting or we're doing with the Pacific Education Group around Courageous Conversations. I've been and will continue to be committed to ensuring student success and achieving equity for all students. Because you see, there's a crisis going on in this country where 1.2 million students drop out of high school each year. 1.2 million of our natural resources. To me, this amounts to a national crisis. As a nation, we can no longer afford to keep on losing so many students. While the state of Minnesota has been one of the states with the highest graduation rate in the nation, it is also one of the states with the widest opportunity gap. Ensuring success for all students, including eliminating the racial predictability of student achievement and high school graduation rates, must remain the primary focus of any high-performing school district. The great Peter Drucker said, "What got us here won't get us there." Well, it may be true that 10 to 15 years ago, the conversations around race, diversity, and efficacy may not have been as urgent. These conversations and resulting changes in practice are essential components of closing the opportunity gap. It is exactly the kind of changing work that will prevent our district from contributing to the tragic statistic of 1.2 million high school dropouts. We no longer have a contract with the Efficacy Institute. However, we do have 2 efficacy coaches funded through the integration grant and multiple success coaches funded through the stimulus dollars, servicing our staff and students with no impact whatsoever on the general fund. As part of our ongoing work with the Pacific Education Group, the district will develop an equity plan that will assist us as we develop systemic policies and processes that better meet the needs of all of our students. As superintendent, I firmly believe that this is the direction we must take as a district. The 2009-2010 school year presents extraordinary challenges as well as some great opportunities. Following $9 million of reductions last year, this afternoon, we're presenting to you $4.5 million of cuts, recognizing that we will be expected to make more cuts next year, with 81% of our general fund tied to employee salaries and benefits. Budget reduction will have an impact in the classroom.